Confederate flag. This is most accurately and historically called the Confederate Battle Flag, though it can go by many names, including the Rebel Flag, Dixie Flag, Southern Cross, and by opponents of the flag, it is sometimes referred to as the Dixie swastika. Some view the flag as a symbol of Southern culture, while others view it as a racist symbol associated with slavery. The flag was designed by politician William Poche Miles, employed by the Confederate Provisional Congress. It was designed and submitted for proposal as the new national flag, but rejected. The design, however, was popular and adopted as a battle flag, most famously by the Army of Northern Virginia under General Robert E. Lee. The Civil War had many flags representing individual states and the many regiments that formed during the war. The first unofficial flag used by Confederate forces was the Bonnie Blue flag, which Mississippi raised from its Capitol dome on its secession from the Union in January of 1861. The flag flew above Confederate batteries at the opening of the Civil War as they fired on Fort Sumter. The first official flag of the Confederate States of America is often called the Stars and Bars. The flag was introduced in March of 1861, having 7 stars representing the first states to form the Confederacy, and it was updated 3 more times in the same year, with the last flag having 13 stars, representing the 11 states that seceded. Kentucky and Missouri were included as they sent representatives to the first Confederate Congress, and slavery was still widely practiced in these states. The Stars and Bars was problematic for soldiers in the field. Unless the flag is completely stretched out in the wind, the Stars and Bars can easily resemble a U.S. or Union flag on the battlefield. This not only caused confusion, but it was also bad for morale, with the Confederacy fighting for their own national identity. Many viewed the Stars and Bars as an imitation of the original U.S. flag and wanted to distance themselves from what one Southern Carolina newspaper called the dishonored flag of Yankee Doodle. Sometimes even modern pop culture confuses the Confederate national flag. 4 Union flags existed during the war, a 33, 34, 35, and 36-star flag, with the stars sometimes taking different patterns. By 1863, the battle flag had become well known and was a popular design, so the Confederate Congress incorporated it into a new Confederate national flag called the Stainless Banner, featuring the battle flag in the corner of a white field. The flag was officially adopted on May 1, 1863. Several variants were produced during the war, including this garrison flag of Fort Fisher, the Southern Gibraltar, with inverted coloring. The flag's first official use was to honor Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson's death, with the flag placed over his coffin in Virginia, May 12, 1863. Resulting in the flag sometimes being referred to as the Jackson flag. The flag was distinct from the Union flag, but another issue arose. If not blowing in the wind, the flag could easily look like a white flag of surrender. This led to in-the-field alterations, with soldiers cutting out the white field and leaving just the canton or flag emblem. At the end of the war in 1865, the flag was again redesigned, which added a large red bar, and this would be called the Blood-Stained Banner. Congress felt that the new flag at least partially represented the immigrant history of the South. Though the blue St. Andrew's cross had no special place in Southern iconography, many people in South Carolina and Virginia were of Scottish heritage. The red bar likewise represented the South's ties with French colonial history. However, the blood-stained banner introduced so close to the end of the war was one of the least used flags in the field of battle. The Confederate battle flag, separate from the national flag, existed in many forms during the war. This is the battle flag used by the Army of the Trans-Mississippi. Here is the battle flag of the Army of Central Kentucky. The Second Confederate Navy also used the design, though in a full rectangle and with lighter blue coloring. There are dozens of variants of this flag, and it's believed its origin is the South Carolina Sovereignty Secession flag, used briefly in the state after secession, December 20, 1860. After the war, the flag's use naturally died out, and when it reappeared in instances such as Southern units using it during World War II, it was largely ignored. The flag of Georgia incorporated the battle flag from 1956 until 2003, and the flag of Mississippi from 1894 until 2020. It was likely almost 80 years after the flag was first flown in 1948 that the flag became its most controversial, when the Dixiecrats, a short-lived segregationist political party, adopted the flag. The Dixiecrats strongly opposed racial integration. Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this video on the Confederate flag. A flag for when you try your best, but you don't succeed. Anyway, do take care, and have a nice rest of your day.